I was a vet who could even cure cancer. But after I cured my blind girlfriend's illness, she turned around and tried to marry into money. She even bought off the 250 patients I had saved, dragged me into court, and said I was practicing medicine without a license. But instead of getting mad, I laughed. Because I had just gained a system that could transfer diseases. No matter how serious the illness was, all I had to do was touch someone, and they'd be healed. At the same time, I could also pass the diseases I'd absorbed onto someone else. And just like that, in only 1 month, every patient I touched was brought back from the brink. I thought I was finally going to become the miracle doctor everyone admired. But I never expected those same people to sell me out for money and drag me to court. If kindness gets me nothing, then I might as well give every bit of pain right back. The defendant, Chen Zhe, is charged by the prosecution with practicing medicine without a license and illegally using unknown drugs that cause severe disability. Along with multiple other charges, including endangering public safety, all crimes will be sentenced together. Do you plead guilty? I stood at the defendant's table in cold handcuffs with no anger and no shouting. Honestly, I almost wanted to laugh. 320 years? They really did the math on that. My eyes swept across the gallery, where all 250 of them were sitting. Those 250 so-called victims were glaring at me with pure hatred, like I had murdered their fathers. And right in the very front row sat a man and a woman. The guy was wearing a custom suit. His name was Wang Xiaoji. He was the son of the richest man in town, a real rich kid heir. The woman was curled up in his arms, looking all pure and innocent, like some white lotus. But the way she looked at me was full of disgust and contempt. Her name was Liu Ruyan. Just 1 month ago, she was my girlfriend. Liu Ruyan had been born blind, and later somehow got infected with late-stage AIDS. She was so skinny she looked like a skeleton, and even her own parents dumped her in a hospital hallway to die. I was the one who sold everything I had and brought her back to my little clinic. And that very night, I accidentally awakened the disease transfer system. As long as I touched someone, I could pull any illness out of any living thing, then store it in the system's quarantine chamber and heal them instantly. And any disease inside that chamber, I could pass along to anyone I wanted just by touching them. The very first thing I did after getting the system was grab Liu Ruyan's hand. I pulled out both her congenital blindness and her late-stage AIDS and locked them away in the system. After being blind for over 20 years, the first thing Liu Ruyan said when she opened her eyes was, "Chen Zhe, thank you. I'll never marry anyone but you." And I believed her. I thought that with this system, after saving the woman I loved, I was finally on my way to the top. To make money and buy her a house, I started quietly taking patients. In just 1 month, I cured 250 terminal patients that major hospitals had already written off. There was a coal boss with late-stage liver cancer, a retired old man with kidney failure, and a female influencer with severe burns. I never charged them extra, just enough to cover basic nutrition costs. Back then, they dropped to their knees and called me a living saint. They swore they'd build me a shrine. And what happened next? The moment Liu Ruyan got her sight back, the first thing she did was hit the club to celebrate. That's where she met Wang Xiaoji, the rich heir. He took one look at her and wanted her. He handed her a check for 50 million. And on the very night I was planning to propose with all the money I'd saved up, I opened the door and found her rolling around in bed with Wang Xiaoji, on my broken little bed. I hadn't even had time to lose my temper before Liu Ruyan struck first. Not only was she not ashamed, she pointed at my face and snapped, "Chen Zhe, you're just a broke vet. How are you supposed to support me? Xiaoji is better than you with just one finger, get the hell out." And that wasn't even the worst part. To dump me for good, she even wanted to play the victim in front of Wang Xiaoji. Liu Ruyan took Wang Xiaoji's money and went around one by one to bribe the 250 patients I had saved. When the money came out, human nature folded like paper. Those 250 people who had been cured of terminal illness turned on me in an instant and reported me to the police together. They said I fed them unknown poison and used black magic to control them. They claimed they were living in hell every single day now, and they even got together to line up their fake testimony. Just like that, they pinned a massive crime on me, illegal medical practice and causing severe disability to 250 people. The police go by evidence, and the fact was, I didn't have a medical license. And it's also true that I had no medical records for treating them. With 250 people all telling the same story, I had no way to defend myself and ended up dragged straight into court. Defendant Chen Zhe, answer the court's question. Seeing that I stayed silent for too long, the judge tapped the gavel and said more sternly, "Do you plead guilty?" I came back to myself and looked straight at the judge. Then I smiled a little. "Your Honor, I plead guilty." The gallery instantly exploded in cheers. Good! This quack finally admitted it. Give him the death penalty. 320 years is way too light. He needs to pay emotional damages 10 million each. Liu Ruyan let out a long sigh in Wang Xiaoji's arms. Wang Xiaoji just smirked and flipped me off.